Hollywood, California, Meltdown Comics, the Nerdist Theater, Melty Theater, Harmontown is now in session. Let's just get this thing rolling. The mayor of Harmontown is Dan Harmon. Thank you. I'm very, very, very sorry that Spencer is not with us tonight.
Is he okay?
He's well. I mean, he'll be fine. He rarely, as you know, he doesn't call in sick. He said he had a headache that was so bad. Ooh. Like if he wanted to fake something, he could fake better than a headache. Like that. But he said, yeah, it's a headache that's so bad that it's actually making him kind of nauseous and stuff. So I said, hey man, just as long as you feed the cat.
He's still under your employ. Even though he has that.
He really did still have to. He didn't have to. He could have bowed out of that too. But what he had to do is hand off the cat instructions and medicine regimens and things to the cat sitter. I'm writing in a hotel right now with Chris McKenna, like trying desperately to finish a pilot before I leave for the holidays, and you guys don't care.
Why the hotel? If you got, why not? It's too distracting at home, or?
Well, no. I mean, Chris is allergic to the dogs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So then he starts sneezing and wheezing, and there's just dander everywhere. You can't. It doesn't matter if you lock the dogs out. And
what hotel you staying at?
The Redbury.
What room?
And we were before that. We were at a place in West Hollywood. We keep getting hotel suites and trying to finish this thing. I'm sure we've spent more on hotel suites than we would ever make on the TV show. But anyways, and for continuing the apology department, I'm very sorry about last week's show.
I thought it was a good show.
I listened to it. I was a little embarrassed. I was just one of those really, really drunk shows. I thought Rob was very funny. I just thought I was a little obnoxious. I was a little combative. You pointed out, like I was a little angry. Like I was picking fights and stuff. I was very definitely slurring my words and was kind of like out of it.
So tonight you've made a vow to not drink during the show.
Well, if I started...
Jeff said as Dan hoisted a red Solo cup to his mouth.
I only get that kind of drunk if I've been drinking since like 9 a.m.
Oh, so you're just kicking off right now?
Yeah, exactly.
So put the pedal to the metal,
exactly,
baby.
Yeah, we could butt chug and I would be fine. Kids don't butt chug.
Adults do butt chug.
It's Christmas time in Los Angeles. All of the...
Oh my God! Please just go into a Burl Ives song right now.
I heard myself sounding too.
They say Prancer and Dancer.
It's all the assistants are gone already, so nothing's.
That's how you can tell it's Christmas time in Los Angeles.
So things are just desolate, and I really like L.A. Who's staying in town for the holidays? You guys are lucky, Don't get tricked into thinking that you have to go places. I've been going places every Christmas for the last 4 or 5 years, probably. It's been a million years since or 4 or 5. It just caught me in my math. If you just stay still in Los Angeles, it's one of the most beautiful holidays you'll ever have. Go to the Roost, have an eggnog, as we always say. Everywhere you go, it's just like because everybody else fucks off, and then you're just like, it's L.A. the way it.
It's probably... it's like a 2-week-long Coachella where all the assholes are gone.
It's probably nice in New York too, where I'm going, and where you'll be joining me.
I'll be there too.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there for Christmas or
yeah.
after Christmas? Yeah, I'm coming
the
just after.
The whole shaboots.
The whole shaboots.
Yep.
I didn't know you spoke Yiddish.
Yep. All the mishigas. Jeff, are you aware of Snapchat?
I would be lying if I said I knew anything about it.
Snapchat is a new thing for millennials that empowers them by virtue of temporary media storage to show their impulsive side.
Wait, okay.
How often have you been at Disneyland and been drunk with your friends on turkey leg and just wanted to express that, and then thought,
you know that most of that turkey leg is
it's
emu. It's emu. A lot of that turkey leg
was
is
not
emu.
worth interrupting me.
Yeah, but Dan, you're in the pocket of big turkey.
Yeah, it's emu. It's the turkey leg's emu.
Sorry, go ahead. I got it. We'll get back to the emus.
Say if the kids are out there and you're feeling good, you're having a good time. You're at one of your foam parties, or your hologram jerk offs, where the hologram jerks you off into a cup that's off the grid. Before you take a bike ride with your dog and put your phone in a box, you might think, oh, I just want to express this, but you put it on Facebook, and how do you know if 20 years from now when you're running for senator, it's not going to be politically incorrect to say, "What's up, jihads? I'm riding a bike with my dog."
Is the dog on his own bike, or is he like in a basket like ET?
Dog's in the basket with your phone. But Snapchat lets you say stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, it'll be gone in a little bit.
How long does it exist?
Well, there's a lot of different functionality that they've been adding to Snapchat, Jeff. There's your standard foundational dick pic technology, which is not dick pic proof, and we're not talking about dick pics. That's always been a zero-sum game. People can screen grab your dick pics. Snapchat will notify you that your dick pic has been grabbed,
and it will say who grabbed your dick.
So it'll say Jeff Davis grabbed your pic. Yes, and you'll go like, interesting.
Yeah. And then we're not friends anymore unless we have a conversation.
I don't know. Maybe I wanted you to grab my dick.
The night is very young.
There's new courtship rituals erupting out of this stuff.
Okay, so it's videos, pictures, both, either one, and then it lives. How long does it live? 10 seconds? 24 hours, depending on how you.
Well, there's, like I said, there's two different functionalities. Like, so there's one. If I can just take a picture or a video, and I can send it to, like, as many of my friends, followers as I want. Those people can watch it once, or now, if they pay a nominal fee.
Wait, what?
Twice.
You can monetize your Snapchats?
Well, no. Snapchat can monetize Snapchat.
Okay.
The other functionality is something I find very interesting called My Story. That's what I've been snapping.
Because you sent me a text that was you opening your mouth in a video and a rainbow barfing out of your mouth.
That was just an example of Snapchat's amazing add-ons, like visual effects.
But does that go away off of my phone in 24 hours?
No. I saved that. I made that. You can save your own shit.
I gotcha.
But the My Story thing is like a 24-hour buffer. It's like a treadmill. And so anything that you made 24 hours ago, that goes off the end of the treadmill. You never see that again. So you just like anything you make in 24 hours, that's available to – that's your story. People can click on that and go, oh, look what Marissa's been doing over the last – great. I'm glad you could make it.
Rob Schrab did the most horrifying entrance and exits at the same time.
I'm up here talking about fucking Snapchat, waiting for this prick.
Yeah, you're up here making podcast dynamite. I hope that Rob just kept that movement and he's walking out to his car and never returns.
That he was in the audience and now he's calling an Uber.
That's his story.
That's his story.
That's Rob's Snapchat story. He has become Snapchat.
Yeah.
He really is.
Right.
He's self-shrobbing, self-Snapchatting.
We call Schrab Snapchat now. I don't know why I have this open. It's there's nothing in there.
The thing is, the bad part is comedy works in threes, so we know that's coming back.
I've subscribed to Pornhub Premium.
I gotta say, Dan.
Thank you.
Can I just say this? As much as we love Aaron McGathy and miss her, single you is a lot more exciting. You're snapping your chats. Wait, so,
by the way, I hope you don't think that he's divorced and so he's Snapchatting because he's like trying to like creep on I don't know if Snapchat you can use.
Can you creep on Snapchat?
I don't know. That's not what I'm doing at all. It's more narcissistic. Like I have like eight followers on Snapchat and I'm like I've been Snapchatting like if you caught my story in the last 24 hours you would have seen the process of me trying to write a pilot with Chris McKenna in a hotel room for 48 hours, but now it's gone. Because I blew it, I didn't write it.
What is the allure? Like, do you follow anybody on Snapchat? Are you following Chris McKenna or anybody else?
I follow my dog Border, the guy I'm leaving my dogs with when I go to New York. He has a Snapchat.
You want to know what he's up to?
Well, you click on him and he's like, I'm in Laurel Canyon. Oh, and the dogs are like, oh.
Can I write down that guy's Snapchat address? This sounds like good shit.
Well, I don't know how that works. Is that private or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm asking you, like, what would be the allure of me as a friend of yours following you on Snapchat? Like, what's for sale there?
An inside look into the comings and goings of my comings and goings. Like I don't know.
Which brings us back to Pornhub Premium.
It's like a video Twitter feed.
Okay.
And I haven't been on Twitter in like weeks. And the only bad thing about not being on Twitter has been that it's the only place you would go to say something like, my life is going so well not being on Twitter. Like it really is something that you want to just express to the world, which Twitter is really good for. And then I almost get on Twitter to go, not being on Twitter is awesome. What am I doing?
Right. So it's the disposable nature of Snapchat, the fact that things don't exist for good unless somebody screen grabs your dick.
I assume that's the allure for millennials. Right. I'm a Gen Xer. Dyed in the wool. I love archiving. I'd like to think that all my stuff lasts forever. But you know what? You gotta recognize, Jeff. CDs, VHS. And also, here's another thing that's fleeting. I have some sad news for everybody. Well, it's sad news for me. It'll be fodder for you. I, as you know, have had a 15-year je ne sais quoi. A relationship, my longest sexual relationship with a bent plastic mannequin leg, size 6 foot, made for hosiery displays. In some golden age where hosiery displays needed to be anatomically perfect.
Bent to what degree? Like what posture is that?
Bent at the knee, like how
many degrees?
Like Pele was like bouncing a. I mean, what do you?
Oh, really? Okay, I got you. I'm just
weirdest question to have. I think. I feel that's the weirdest question you could have.
Is it slightly bent, or is it bent like 45 degrees?
It's bent like
90.
It's bent basically 90 degrees.
Okay, gotcha.
So you guys know the drill. You put the hosiery on the leg. You take your shirt off, exposing your gigantic, ursine, oily, zit-covered, hut-like frame. You warble into bed like a pasty cloud.
We have our episode title.
Like a beached albino porpoise, and then you either maybe watch some porns, maybe you even don't. Maybe you're kind of feeling like a little crazy and you just want to focus on the leg.
Sometimes you combine the leg with the porn?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't really work if you're watching like people go fully at it, and then you're like, and then there's this leg. Usually what I'll do is if I'm watching something with the leg, I will watch a YouTube channel called Legs Lavish. It's your one-stop shop for honest reviews of hosiery for women by women. It's by women. It's the comment section is like fake women's names and just honest guys' names, going like, "Those are great. Try on some more. Review some more hosiery for me. Legs Lavish. Check it out on YouTube.
All right, so you got. Sometimes you're watching the movie. Sometimes it's just you and the leg.
I recommend Alicia. She's got a professional edge, and she has some winter outfits that are like. She puts on a little yarn cap and gloves and a cashmere scarf and a sweater, a short skirt, but not slutty short, like a little bit above the knee, and then like these little boots, and then these, of course, the tights that she's reviewing, these winter tights, and then maybe I'll rub a mannequin leg on my nipple while I watch that, and I'll go, "That's a good review, Alicia."
Do you prefer or favor one nipple over the other?
That's usually going to end up being my left nipple. Who knows why? Maybe because I'm right-brained.
No, it's because you're jerking off with your right hand because you're right-handed.
Oh, yeah. All right. I can't remember. Okay, so here's the bad news.
The bad news!
Yeah.
Fucking
here's the part.
Buckle your holy shit belts, everybody.
This is the part where you're going to feel sorry for me.
Up until now, you've been Abraham Lincoln.
My life's gonna take a dark turn in a minute. I haven't used Old Faithful since I got it out after the divorce, and during the marriage I adopted 2 dogs, and so
spaghetti-o.
So Nigel, who loves eating underwear and shoes and pens and cat food cans and ninja stars and rocks and cat shit and fucking leaf blower wires and couches and his own shit, but not enough, and paper towels on the roll and the fucking windowsills and and blankets and the stairs. He eats everything. So why would I think it was okay to rub a mannequin leg on my nipple and then go to work? Just leave it there.
No.
Laying on the bed.
Nigel took Old Faithful down?
He chewed exactly, precisely. He chewed the big toe.
That's your nipple toe. It's your nipple toe.
Turning it into a gnarled, like the look of it. Not the texture, because this would be soft, but the look of it is like a corn cob with no corn on it, like, because it's just all, yeah, but it's all hard chewed plastic.
Have you tried that out?
No, I can't even. It's gross to even look at, and I just say everything that's sexy about this whole thing is just smoothness and softness, and of course autonomy and creepiness, and like But now it's a gnarled, like just an anemone.
Do you feel that? Was there ever a time that Nigel walked in on you while you were doing that, and there was some sort of jealousy? It's like, pay more attention to me. I'm gonna eat this toe off of this fucking guy.
Like I told you, he eats everything. So
okay.
No,
he cast a wide net.
Yeah.
That's so sad. So can you?
No, I don't think I can replace it. I mean, that thing, like I told you, I had to humiliate myself at a weird West Covina warehouse or something. All right, let's move on.
I have one more question. How often do you go in and restock the hosiery? Like you go into
now never.
But I'm saying, like before this happened, is this a monthly, weekly, yearly?
Well, it depends. I mean, what do you mean? Because the question should be, how much do I buy when I buy it?
Right. Yeah.
Like, there was a time before Amazon Prime. Andy.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. You would have to, if it's just a pervert going into Albertsons, you got to walk out with like a little package of something, and like it looks like maybe you could be buying it for a wife that's waiting at home, and then you also have to do the fake toothpaste and the fake like paper towel roll or something. Like, oh boy, I need so many random things.
But you can't get 30 of those stockings. Like,
a better man than I am could maybe and look at the cashier and say, I like to jerk off on a mannequin leg. I'll see you next summer. Because I'm buying in bulk.
Did we talk?
But with Amazon, I just cha-ching. But no more. No more. Because the things it's no.
You're not
good.
going to try to replace it?
Look, man. Just what did I? We're talking in circles.
No. I'm saying
there's no replacing it. It was one of a kind. Did you ever see Cherry 2000, the movie with Melanie Griffith? And I lost my Cherry 2000. I would have to go fight Tim Thomerson in the wasteland to get. You just watch it and get some culture.
If Harmontown can leave you with one message, just get some culture.
These poor kids, they have nothing. What do you got? Thumb drives full of Wi-Fis.
Isn't it possible to? And again, I'm not trying to like to
Tim Thomerson, look him up.
So you're saying now it's hard to go out and replace that because it's hard for you to go into a store in West Covina and buy that mannequin leg, or are you saying that was just so singular and special that it's irreplaceable?
No, I would no. What I'm podcasting about it, I would walk in with a marching band if I could find another model. I would go, sir, I am here for one thing alone, for one reason. But I just think I'm busy now, and trying to develop TV shows and stuff. So, who's got the time?
Interesting.
All right. So
end of an era. How many years was Old Faithful with you?
I mean,
15. You said
it's got to be like 15. I think 13 something. Longest relationship I've ever had with anything.
Was Old Faithful in the menagerie at your old Hollywood place?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was the only one that survived because everything else didn't do anything. Full mannequins. Sorry, ladies, there's nothing to you.
If you could restore and have Old Faithful back without the gnarled corncob toe, or 5 real dolls, like kind of like an endless supply of real dolls, would you rather have the fleeting experience of the latex real doll, or have Old Faithful back in its pristine form?
Well, I mean, come on. You're talking about like a $30,000 real doll value that could probably be, I don't know. That's crazy. That's a crazy question. I'm sure I could. I would really have to think about it because I don't.
So it's a good question then.
Especially if I could get the fully extended one back, because remember I had the fully extended one and then the bent one.
What happened to the fully extended one?
Over the years, you make sacrifices. Because girlfriends go, what are these? And you go, I rub them on my nipple. I used to. Well, are you going to again? Do you want me to rub them on your nipple? No. Do you want to keep them? Well, that would be to imply the possibility of life after you. But maybe the smaller one that's... doesn't take up very much storage space.
You hide that in your golf bag.
Let's bring out Rob Schrab.
Oh yeah.
Coming over, baby, and buy you one. Turned out she's somebody else's son. Could be trouble, but it could be fun. Just could be trouble. Could be fun, baby. You better keep your eye.
Oh, Rob has a mysterious bag.
Snapchat.
Hey, Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Brought to you by Lassen's.
You have a bag from Lassen's, the Mormon health food store in Los Feliz?
Yes.
Who keep very weird hours, and there's 17 aisles that have chips in it. There's no... Oh, sorry. I did not try to tee you up for that.
But that's not what's in the bag.
Okay.
Am
I right?
I ran out of chips, so I'm here.
Okay. What's in the bag? Or is this a reveal that we have to save
what's
for
in
later?
the bag?
Yeah.
I was cleaning up and I found all of the models from the G.I. Joe episode commercial.
Ooh.
I was going to give it to Steve Levy or Spencer, and neither one of them are here. So I can't trust it with you because it'll be in an Uber somewhere.
He's gonna
So I'm going to have to take this home and own it.
So I
for
took an Uber somewhere the other day.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Yes.
I took it to the Redberry Hotel.
Redberry. The Redberry. Where the celebrities sleep. The Redberry. You're already home.
And I, as we pulled up to the location,
Welcome to the Redberry.
the guy.
Should we reenact your arrival at the Redberry?
I'd prefer to tell my story first. There's all kinds
And
of
then
things
we'll
we can do.
reenact it.
And then we'll reenact it.
Yeah.
But we'll get different periods in history, and we'll do your Redberry story as though it was set during the Civil
Fine.
War.
All I ask is, to be able to just tell my story.
Okay.
The driver, as we pulled up to the Redberry, he started saying over and over again, pull up the Uber map. Pull up the Uber map and give to me. I put in code. Like he's just repeating these phrases, and I was like he wanted me to give him my phone so he could put in a promotional code. So, as he put it, he could give me a 20% discount. And I kept saying, I don't like this.
Tell me the code.
20% discount. And I said, but you can tell me the code.
Give me the idol.
You just give me phone. I put in code.
Give me the idol.
I was like, I don't want to give you my phone. I don't know you. It's my phone. And he's like, 20%. I said, I would like to pay you 40% extra to stop asking me for my personal property after giving me a ride to a hotel. Like it's close to a mugging. Like if I felt like I needed to give it to you, then you'd be mugging me.
His concern was that if he tells you the code, you're going to tell everybody at Harmontown what the code is?
Well, I have heard stories, and I've maybe somebody can help me out there. I thought I heard a story from somebody that I couldn't recall, but I had this like Post-it note in my head about this whole "give me your phone, I'm going to put in a code" thing, and I thought I remembered the story being like they like upgrade your ride to Lux or Looper Duper or something, or like they do some weird shit, and I was like there can't be a system in place where they need to touch your phone.
Shit! If it's one thing, it's another. I tell you, man. Yeah, man. Shit, man. Those Uber drivers are really getting me down, too. It's oppressive. So oppressive. Ah, man. Trump. His shit still going on. Uber drivers. Promotional codes, E24, man. DoorDash, Tinder, Snapchat. DoorDash, jeans, all that stuff. Man.
You don't use Snapchat, do you?
I don't even know what that is.
I consider myself a Snappist.
You brought me out. Why again? Because let's bring out Rob. Hey, how you doing? Let me tell you something about my day yesterday.
Well, what is the proper way to use you in a show?
You asked me to come.
What? Yeah, you're very.
That's
the
not
kids
my
like
issue.
You. The kids like you.
Then use me. Use me properly. That's not my
using
problem.
you properly is bringing you out and letting you disrespect me and the show. That's the what it's like you're talking like if you went to a rodeo and it's like, get that clown out of there. He's just riling the bull up.
Yeah.
He's just making it. I thought the goal was to. I came here to see a bull asleep. I came here to see the pacification of a bull. The ideal rodeo, I would show up and the bull would be laying there, vanquished. Who's this guy with the hair running around in barrels? I thought, you're a caustic, destructive, parasitic, symbiotic influence on the show that the kids enjoy, because they like to see me angry. So talk about your day.
I got all this G.I. Jeff stuff here, and that's what I got.
Oh boy, that G.I. Jeff stuff. What's going on with that? This doesn't work when I do it.
Was that you doing him, or?
I was trying to.
Okay.
That was me doing him. All right. Well, we know how.
What was the hotel?
The Redbury.
The Redbury.
Welcome to the Redbury.
Oh, you want to do the scene?
Welcome to the Redbury. Let me get that door for you, Mr. Harmon. Let me get that door for you. Let me open up that door. Got any baggage today? All right. Well, let me help you out here. Watch your step. There's a puddle. All right. The Uber driver says the Uber driver wants your phone. If I could have your phone so the Uber driver could get your... Please, sir, we want to get this vehicle out of the way. If you could just give me your phone so the Uber driver can punch it. It's a promotional code. If you could give me your phone so the Uber driver...
Jerome, leave Mr. Harmon at peace, please. He's a valued guest here at the Redbury, Jerome.
I am sorry.
Jerome, can I talk to you in my office for just 1 minute?
Okay. Mr. Harmon, I'm sorry. I'm
Mr. Harmon, please.
I'm going to have to let you go for a second.
Please.
I've got to go talk to my boss.
Stay.
Okay.
Please. Avail yourself of the free coconut cucumber water that we have, Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Camellia will check you in.
Bathe yourself in the coconut water.
Camellia will see to you, Jerome, in my office at once.
Uber driver, please. Uber, please.
Uber. Mr. Uber driver, get into my office as well.
Yes.
Jerome, Uber driver, come into my office. All right, Jerome, Uber driver?
Yes.
Did you get the phone?
He wouldn't give me the phone.
Get the phone!
He won't open map.
Uber driver, what country are you fucking from?
Open map, I show you.
I know. All right. Here's my phone.
Okay.
Here's my phone.
Launch codes initiated.
Oh, shit!
Aha! Now, send 5 stars to my offshore account.
What? Oh, what?
And now call off the airstrike.
Tell me what country you're from. Who do you work for?
Beeswax. None of ya! Republic of... I hold the cards here.
Did you say you're collecting stars and putting them in your offshore account? Like in Switzerland, you've got like all these like 5-star reports, like in another account.
These stars are symbolic. There's no currency in these stars.
There's no currency, but he's got such a high rating, and we can't get at it. We can't get at that rating.
More stars, more business, more life.
Wait, was that you kissing me? Was that you? Jerome, leave the office for a moment.
All right, I'm going.
Turn the lights down on the way out.
Okay, here. I'm going to go to the arcade.
Oh, Uber driver. Oh.
Okay. It already started.
Go the distance. Go the distance. Go the distance.
Shut up!
You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy.
the tunnel. Inside Pac-Man.
Don't go into the tunnel, boy.
First level.
Shut up, Mom.
I told you never to go into the tunnel.
I have to go into the tunnel.
The tunnel's a metaphor for your subconscious mind.
Are you going to keep playing that game?
Yeah, don't you see all the fucking quarters that are lined up here?
Buddy, those are bottle caps. And you're standing in front of a refrigerator. And it's the year 2037. And I'm a Medusa lady. Yeah.
Do a stretch.
Yep. Creep show. Creep show.
I just got creep showed.
Mr. Harmon, I'm sorry for the delay. I trust that the Camellia has you all checked into your room.
Yes. I love the cucumber water. I wouldn't mind getting the recipe.
If you would hand me your phone, I'd be very happy to give you the recipe.
Well, everything's worth a risk.
Okay. Jerome.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harmon. I have to take Jerome into my office one more time. Just please.
1 second.
You have my...
Yes.
I have what you wanted. I have Dan Harmon's phone. I'm going to give you Dan Harmon's phone, Jerome.
Okay.
Under one condition.
Yes.
That you use it for good and not for evil.
Okay.
I give you the phone. And I evaporate into a mist. I was never here. Welcome to Pornhub Prime. And scene.
It's premium.
Thanks.
All right. The mighty Harmon art players. You never know when they're going to burst into their stagecraft. Let's take things up a notch. Our next guest is a technical writer for video game user guides. He's worked at.
You can stay, Rob.
Yeah, stay here. Come on. Don't be intimidated
Moving
by this
over
guy.
a chair.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. Do that. But
You can come out.
But yeah, okay. Please welcome Fred Oliva. All right.
That's what that was.
There you go.
Hello, Fred.
Hi there.
How you
All right.
doing?
So I think a lot of us, when we buy video games, the first thing we do is we read the user manual.
No.
No, exactly.
Well, that was my.
I've wasted my
joke.
entire life.
No, but you've been doing this since 2005. Your first game that you wrote a technical manual for was Narnia.
Yes, The Chronicles of Narnia.
And it was for Disney, the same company for which you work today.
That's true.
Your second game was Chicken Little.
Yes.
Another
Zach
adaptation.
Braff's big hit. Yeah, that's right.
But most recently, and you've brought this work with you.
Oh, I have.
You've written a user guide for Disney's Infinity. And I thought maybe you could read a couple excerpts. There was a troubleshooting section that I thought really captured.
Yes.
Wait, so when you buy a video game, this will be in the box that you get, and you look through this. Okay, gotcha. And you are the person that writes all the texts, all the stuff.
This is my life's work.
This is your work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody, just quiet down and.
Can we dim the lights?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Setting up the Disney Infinity base. Once removed from the packaging, the Disney Infinity base.
I wish you'd take this seriously.
This is your life's work, Fred.
Pictured below. Needs to be placed on a stable, secure, and even surface.
A table.
Could have just said table.
Near the console. Do not place a Disney Infinity base on the console. Or on metal surfaces. Or have metallic objects nearby.
What
Nice,
about a giant
nice.
magnet?
That wouldn't be good.
Nope.
I like that. And
Can I put it in a microwave?
No, that wouldn't work either.
And there's a few pages of that, but then it goes on and it's in all the different languages from around the world. But you don't have to do that, right? You just hand that off and then someone else translates
I'm
it.
actually fluent in Portuguese.
Do you want to do the Portuguese version?
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
I think I overset my batteries on that one.
How about this, Rob? You've just purchased Disney's Infinity, and you have some trouble that you need to have shot. But you've made a huge error, and you've called up a guy who only troubleshoots in Portuguese. Okay, and you're
This didn't happen?
and you are being portrayed by Billy Zane in this.
Sorry, Fred. I didn't know that you would be required to do improv.
I'm happy to be next to Billy Zane.
Okay.
I don't know if my hair's shaved close enough to do this.
Well, I would love to hear the troubleshooting that you just
Let me
read
do
in
that. I
the
don't wanna-
Portuguese.
Language. It's a beautiful language.
I was actually Snapchatting my big toe to Uber. Just to... Sorry about that. So, yes. I'm sorry, I was lost. I just found where I am.
Okay.
Utilisation de piche de poussin de infinity. That's in French.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that
Portuguese.
wasn't Portuguese.
All right, you're off the rails,
I am a little bit.
and that wasn't the troubleshooting guide.
That wasn't the troubleshooting guy.
All right, well, let's talk about your craft.
Yes.
What is the so obviously you get a video game and then you play it. Now,
Yes.
when you get it, I'm assuming that it comes with notes that the people that made the game, they must have scribbles of like how the game works.
Right, the dev team and actually QA and all the people that worked on the game.
Quality assurance.
Nice.
Right.
Yes. So basically, what you want to do is you're kind of like the conduit between the dev team and QA.
Make sure you eat that mic.
Oh,
while
sorry. You're
about
kind of like the conduit between.
Oh shit.
Between like the dev team and QA and the user.
So is there somebody at QA saying, how do you play the game? Ask them. Or it's like they're kind of relying on you. So then you talk to the dev team. The dev team goes like, X is crouch and Y is jump. And then you go, X is crouch and Y is jump. You like type that up. And then the QA person goes like, that's not clear enough. What does that mean? Is that the process?
No, because what happens is especially if you have, depending on the demographic that you're dealing with, it's like maybe they might not be very well versed in games. So what you have to do is kind of like show them, this is, it's like, how do you get out of Hannah Montana's tour bus? Shout out to Hannah Montana, the movie video game. I heard it out there, so yeah.
You're saying that particular consumer we should probably cast a wider net in terms of explanation.
Right, exactly. So that's you write that to make that crowd kind of figure out.
Rob, what are you doing?
He's going to lessons.
Stay here.
I think my phone might be charged.
What's that? You're on a show. Who are you? Are you going to make phone calls?
I don't want to forget it, and it's in the charger right now, and I wanted to...
Sit. Will you sit?
Do you want me to get you your phone? I'm close. Here's your phone. It's got a Legos on it.
Adorable.
It's trying to escape the episode. All right, anyways.
I was just going to sneak off, do a quick sneak.
What's on your phone that you need to interrupt?
I don't want to forget it.
He was trying to leave.
No, I wasn't trying to leave. My phone was there. I wasn't making up that.
I can hear you.
I wasn't making up an excuse. I just felt like I was trying not to steal focus.
By standing up and creeping off the stage?
What's the hardest video game you've ever had to write a manual for?
That definitely has to be Lizzie McGuire on the go. that was the hardest one you ever had to deal with.
What was the biggest challenge of Lizzie McGuire? for the user, I mean,
how many lockers you can open in that school and show people how to do that? That was.
What's the answer?
The answer is. God, I don't know what the answer is. The answer was 6, but that's not.
That's a lot of lockers.
That's a lot of lockers.
What's the gameplay in Lizzie McGuire? I don't even know what that means. Like, it's a girl runs around and she just goes through people's shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shit you not. That's exactly what it is.
I remember a poster for a movie about her. And she was kind of leaping in the air, and she had like a pair of Keds on, and I think maybe she was going to Europe, or she seemed very happy about it. Her arms were outstretched. She was wearing a cashmere sweater.
How was it revealed that she was going to Europe in the poster?
I think Big Ben was in the background, and the title was Lizzie McGuire Goes.
It sounds like she's running away from Europe if it's in the background. I mean, if her arms are outstretched and Big Ben's behind her, I think it seems like she's trying to escape.
Get me out of Europe, or at least out of England. Right.
Anyways, seemed like a good role model for kids. I took an interest while I was driving by. She looks like a good kid.
Oh, wow.
Kim Possible also.
Wow, Kim Possible.
Seems like a good.
Wow,
good
I worked
kid.
on Kim Possible too. Yeah.
What's Kim Possible?
Remember that Esurance commercial girl with the pink hair? Remember them?
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
You know why they stopped? I read this on the Facebook this weekend in between renders. That they stopped doing those commercials because people kept doing like fake porn of her because she was just too sexy.
Right. So the person who makes money if people are interested in that image said, "Oh, that's enough." Who stepped in? That doesn't make any sense. Did someone write to Esurance and say,
"Yeah,
I just Googled Esurance girl Rule 34 porn, and I found too many hits, so I'm not going to use your insurance unless you use a different spokesmodel."
That's exactly what happened.
Okay. Seems to me that they would be excited.
Some people were.
Have you ever successfully reached completion watching Rule 34 porn?
What's Rule 34?
It's like animated, but it's usually animated porn. I think
You say
it's anything.
successful, though.
Rule 34
Successful.
is the mythical internet rule that if you can conceive of it, or what's the. If it exists, there's porn of it. Right. So Ronald McDonald, there's porn of it. Yeah.
Right.
Why 34? Just because it's 30?
Because it sounds like a random number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes.
Wait. I got confused about Rule 34. What was your question to him, Dan?
Oh, what did he ever finish while watching any of it? You know, in a world where there's nothing but porn available, it's like I did it once to Velma and Shaggy thing.
There was porn of Velma and Shaggy?
Yeah, a lot.
No, there's porn of Fred and Daphne. Yeah, give me a break. Because everybody wanted to be with Ginger on Gilligan's Island, right? Not Marianne. No, yeah,
Okay,
of course there's porn of
Okay.
Velma and
Now,
Shaggy.
so, did you stumble across this, or were you?
No, I fucking typed it in. You better believe it. I was proud of myself because I found.
How good was the quality? Did it look like Scooby Doo?
It wasn't so good that it wasn't interesting to me that I met it halfway. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad enough that I was like, something's going on here with me.
Right now.
It wasn't high quality, and I was like, I want this.
Was it just like Gonzo, just Shaggy, and
there's a lot of like cartoon porn where it's like they'll just like some enterprising youth will just use his like toon boom skills or his whatever to like he'll just take existing cartoons and then he'll kind of like mask out heads and then like put a dick in the mouth instead and like
was there storytelling to it? Was there like refusal to call?
A little tiny bit like it'll be like the beginning of a cartoon where it's like Shaggy, you said we were gonna watch a movie. Well, zoinks! I thought we'd solve a mystery instead. And then all of a sudden, it's just like Jinkies. Zoinks! 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 It's like the same zoinks and the same jinkies. But it got me where I was going.
Where were you going?
After a lifetime of I didn't know. I didn't know I wanted it. But
okay.
I'm a sucker for a Velma for sure.
Yeah. I met a girl in somewhere like one of those. Where are you going, Rob?
Rob,
sit down. Yeah, I met a girl that looked so much like Velma once that it was pretty hot. She really was a Velma, and her friend looked just like Daphne. And they weren't doing that on purpose.
I think it's the turtleneck most of all.
What makes it sexy that Shaggy was the one?
Oh, nothing. I just because
you don't relate to Fred,
right? Yeah, he's dirty. Like she's supposed to.
He likes sandwiches. I was always worried about. Guy loved a big sandwich. I was always fucking bummed out.
He likes sandwiches. Oh, in the news today.
They would make these stoner like 4 foot tall sandwiches, and they put the toothpick with the olive on top, and they would eat the whole thing. I was always so bummed out about the toothpick being in there. I was like, you're gonna kill yourself if you fucking eat a toothpick. So you can't feed a chicken bone to a dog. So you're gonna give Scooby a fucking toothpick?
Yeah, can't do that.
You can't. You shouldn't do it. It was distracting to me. I love a sandwich.
Fred,
I wouldn't jerk off to. Now, do you think there's slash porn Rule 34 Scooby fucking Velma?
Yes,
there's got to be. Oh, yeah, there's definitely drawings of it. There is for sure.
Yes.
Okay, right.
But the actual animation, it's the more work required. I think that's the point of porn. It's like there's a laziness to everything. Like that's why the old cinematic porn is a lost art.
It's found porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really going downhill. Man, this new porn is really getting me down. It's not as cinematic as it used to be. Shit.
So, Fred, what were you doing when we ran into each other across the bar from the Redbury?
Oh, wow, I just came
the Redbury.
I love this.
Have some peppermints before you go into the Redbury. They're delicious.
Jerome, come into my office right now.
Pardon me, you could take these mints. Have to go in, talk to my manager. Yes?
Jerome, you're doing a bang-up job here at the Redbury. I like your style, Jerome.
Thank you very much.
I got a call from the front office. They're looking for a guy like you.
Yeah.
Yeah? We're kicking you upstairs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Get your own bags, fuckhead. I'm going upstairs.
Oh, he's going upstairs. Look at him. Wow.
Oh, I must be in the front row here.
Welcome to the upstairs.
Yes, I'll have the...
The upstairs is the code word for the freezer containing human nutrition. And I don't mean nutrition for humans. I mean nutrition composed of humans.
Hey. F217, get in my office for a second. F217, Jerome, say where you are.
Don't shut the door.
Say Jerome, just sit still.
It's very chilly.
F217, get in my upstairs office.
I was about to order dinner.
Come into my upstairs office. F217, is everything okay? Is everything okay at home? You just seem really on... You seem really on edge lately.
My home is satisfactory. I have a wife and child. However, when I say wife, I mean synthetic wife, a corpse animated of dead human flesh, laced with fiber optic cables.
Can I
instead of nerve endings?
F217, you have to go talk to Susan in HR, because this kind of behavior is really not what we're doing here at the Red Berry.
F217. Hi, Susan.
What?
No, you're Susan, talk to F217. I'm going to go back downstairs and see if Mr. Oliva is doing okay down in the London.
F217.
That's you, right? You're Susan now.
I think.
I thought you were.
I think the scene should follow you going to talk to Fred.
I'm going back downstairs. Oh, okay, all right. Mr. Oliva, I'm very sorry. We're going through some transitional stuff here at the Red Berry.
That was a very pleasurable detour, by the way.
Mr. Oliva. I hope it's not too forward. Your room, you checked in a little bit early. Check-in generally is 3 o'clock here. It's 1:30 p.m. Maybe we can interest you in a drink in our lounge.
Yeah, that'd be
this
great.
Is not really an offer so much as a demand, Mr. Oliva.
Yeah. Lemon drop would be great.
Okay.
Lemon drop.
All right. I'll be right back with you, lemon drop.
You must remember this.
Sam!
Okay.
Sam, you told me you're not going to play that song. God damn it, Fred Oliva just walked in. Of all the hotels in all of the West Hollywoods,
Fred Oliva.
He had to walk into mine. He left me stranded on a plane platform in Paris.
Here's your lemon drop, sir.
Oh. Carol, come into my office.
1 second.
Carol, Jesus Christ. Carol, are you using again? What the fuck are you on,
I just
Carol?
needed a bunch to get through this afternoon.
Oh, Carol,
sorry.
no.
I've got a serious problem, but I'm trying.
Carol, here, I'll give you one more package, but this is your last one.
Oh, God, thank you. Swear
just
to God.
pull it together.
So good.
God, if I weren't old college buddies with your father, you would never even have this job, Carol.
Okay. God bless you. God bless you. Is there anything else you want? The pretzels or some shit? I'm
You
sorry.
sound like Paul Lynde, right?
Okay, all right. Should I put it on your room or something? Didn't catch that. What's the room number?
Don't put it on your room. Put it on mine.
Oh, shit. It's the mayor. Everybody run. Fucking mayor.
That's the last I expect to see of you, Carol. You know what I mean.
I'm hiding in the snake basket. Bunch of laundry in here. It's not what this is for. clearly says snake basket. Can you hand me the lid? Can you hand... Thank you. Okay.
I hope I come over to that basket. I don't find you've been doing that shit anymore. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, we expected you on Thursday. I didn't know you. We didn't expect you so soon.
I follow the advice of Mr. Charles Schultz. Draw peanuts. Be surprised.
Oh. Very good, Mr. Mayor. I'll leave you and Mr. Oliva alone.
It means arrive early to check up on the subordinate.
I think the meaning was implicit. I'll your peanuts will be right out. Okay. Carol, get out of the snake basket.
I'm so fucking high.
Mr. Oliva, may I speak to you in the corner booth?
But by all means,
Taking off my shirt.
You'll have to excuse the Redberry. As of late, it's gone downhill. I still believe in it for privacy's sake. Have a seat. Mr. Oliva, I'll be to the point. We're both busy men.
We are.
Get those dollars out, gentlemen.
Never thought I'd see
Carol to the stage.
She's got to get off that shit.
I'm gonna put a lit candle up my ass.
It's Mondays at the Redberry.
Every Monday is somebody's
lemon
first
drops
birthday.
are for the next 45 minutes. Lemon drops are half off.
Mr. Oliva, you are one of the best technical manual writers in video game history.
Thank you. High praise indeed.
I run a city. I don't know video games. I don't know technical writing. I know craftsmanship, and I know fascism. The latter is, I've got it handled. The former, sir, I have not seen the like of since looking into your eyes at the G4 summit. When you pressed that business card into my hand. Now, I've been crunching the numbers, and I've been seeing the lights. And I've got a proposition for you. What if the whole city were a video game?
Like SimCity.
Well, if it's been done, then fuck it. What? All right. I'll
Pardon me,
take that
Mr. Oliva, Mr. Mayor, may I
Yes.
interrupt?
I asked for
Don't
privacy
leave me.
over
I'm
here.
so lonely. Please don't leave. I have no way home.
Carol and I would like to take Mr. Mayor and Mr. Oliva up. We'd like to take you upstairs for a moment. We have something rather important to discuss.
No problem.
Mr. Oliva, what if what I proposed to you is actually happening right now? What if this is all a simulation? Go.
F217, your directives were not to kill the mayor.
My orders were to accommodate him. He needed accoutrements. My accoutrements include a bullet fired out of a gun. I reveal twists with every active.
F217, I'm going to give you the week off. I want you just to go home, and you're suspended from the Redberry for a while. Carol, go get some rags. We have to clean up the mayor's corpse.
I need a ride home. He goes right by where I live. If you're sending him home, I mean, I could really use...
Okay.
Could somebody...
Carol, you take Mr. Oliva. Mr. Oliva home?
No, the robot, he's driving by my...
F217?
Apartment.
F217.
The only robot I'm pointing at.
F217. Get Carol the fuck out of here. Okay. I called you both an Uber.
I live in a very peaceful neighborhood. Mm-hmm. It is peaceful because there is zero crime. It has zero crime because we have redefined crime. Once per year, we eliminate rape and murder from our systems by engaging in it wholesale. We enjoy it so much. We are peaceful. I am F-127.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that improv is that shit could happen.
Yeah. It might still be happening. Fred, it's still happening. This is all a simulation.
I'll write about it.
But you'll be being written about while you do it.
You just blew my mind.
What you'll be writing is press X to control Fred. And then you'll look over your shoulder and there'll be a giant Fred going.
Or a Carol.
This is all in your manual, Fred. Well, man, is there anything you'd like to plug? Do you have a big trade paperback of video game instructions?
I'd like to plug my band, Super Bean.
Oh, yeah, you're in a band.
Super Bean, yeah, I play bass.
Super
Bean.
Super Bean?
Super Bean. Like, there's human beings and there's super beans.
Oh, I think it's a bean, like a bean.
Yeah, that's correct.
Write it down.
Beans.
Write it down.
I'm writing down Super
Write it down.
There's a bean, there's a human being.
Where are you guys playing next?
We're playing Cafe Nila. Hopefully March. Hopefully.
What's your opener? What are you opening with?
What do we, oh, you mean our opening song? It's a Super Bean theme.
Oh.
Let's hear it for Super Bean. Da 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 da.
What are you closing with? What is your closing song?
Do you guys do any covers? Do you guys do any covers?
The Super Bean reprise.
For real?
You guys don't know any Foghat?
Wow, I love Foghat.
All right, well, let's all graciously thank Fred for
Fred Oliva, everybody,
opening his life to us. That's what it's like to be a technical writer for a video game. Hopefully there's a seat among your friends out there. I hope you don't have to go back and sit in the belfry. But I don't know.
See, Fred, that music means leave.
Sorry, I didn't.
Or stay.
But yeah, Fred Oliva. I was just wondering. I suppose there's probably not a seat for him among his friends.
The word "leave" is in his name.
He has a bunch of friends who came. They got a whole. I was wondering if there was a seat among them for him, but there probably isn't. So now I feel bad for our guests because then they have to go and sit in the closet for the rest of the show when they have friends that come.
Yeah. He had a big posse in the green room. There was a whole team of people.
And they're all watching the show. And now their friends off stage, and their friends in a closet, and he can't sit in the show. And I think about these things.
Should we have him sit over there?
Oh, yeah, he can sit at Spencer's.
Fred Oliva, get back out here.
Yeah.
Fred?
That's perfect.
Fred?
Jeff, you're brilliant. Fred,
where are you? Fred, go sit by Spencer's seat.
Yeah, you can
now
sit
you have
there.
a seat at the show.
No, yeah. He's sick. That's
I don't
perfect.
have a 20-sided.
He might actually make a good game master because he writes explanations.
He's the master. He's literally a master of games.
Yeah.
Fred, you ever play any role-playing games, like pen and paper kind of stuff?
Yes, I don't talk about that in public.
Wow, you're a real rich tapestry, man.
Rob, we're in the room. What are you doing? He's scrolling through something. It looks like he's just picking a date. Like it doesn't even look like he's doing anything.
Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, I told somebody I would give him a shout out, and I want to make sure that I give him a shout out right.
All right. Shout out to the most memorable person in the world.
Oh, don't do that.
You're very
okay,
important.
Now I can't say it now because it's serious. So
yeah. Oh, are you seeing somebody?
Yes.
Are you seeing me?
No.
Remember a couple weeks ago, you made me feel real bad for missing your birthday?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jeff, did you go to Mike's birthday?
I was out of town.
He was out of town. He texted me, happy birthday, though.
I bought him bathrobes.
When are you leaving for Vancouver? What?
Like beginning of 2017.
That long?
That long?
Yeah.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
wait,
long
a
ways
year away.
away. Yeah.
He's right. It's a long way
So
down.
you'll have another birthday between now and when you leave.
Yeah.
So
we'll
Dan,
make it the best one ever. All right. Moving on. We got a lot of show to cover. Our next guest is very handsome and debonair. He always gets all dressed up. He's gotten an extra sexy haircut lately, and he's always here. We're very comforted by his face and his voice, and we wish him the best of luck. He has some terrible news for us tonight. No, he doesn't. I'm kidding. DeMorge Brown.
DeMorge Brown!
Ain't shit some rich man's son. He got knocked six ways Sunday. Don't start trouble if you don't want none, but it don't.
What's up, DeMorge?
Not much.
Can I talk to you about physical fitness for a little bit?
All you want.
Have you been working out?
Yes, so I always do though.
But were you ever fat?
Oh, yeah, no. I was uncoordinated. Yeah, I was like.
If you lifted up your shirt right now, would there be like a Peter Parker kind of like six pack?
Absolutely not. I've done
Just a flat. It would just be a flat, delicious.
Have you ever
Not right
had
now.
Have you ever
Well,
had abs like six pack abs?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time.
For real?
But you know, I
Well,
played
so-
soccer. But I played soccer like as a kid, and if you by luck of the draw, because my brain wasn't like those kids that are just naturally athletic, but I just love playing and stuff. So you ascend pretty high, and at a certain level, you're getting basically pro trainers. You're 11, the guys that are training you are professionals. So you're getting like that kind of mental conditioning that gets you. You know, they basically take the stuff that most people kind of look at running and go, I don't want to do that shit.
Well, can you give Dan some pointers? Because Dan was saying the other day that you're
The pointer is exercise and get a trainer and stuff.
Well, but it's also about like life, like mentally how you do. Like they tricked us one time. There was a level where they said everybody there at this camp wanted to stay on this team, but the main requirement was that when they timed your runs, you had to come in under a certain number of minutes on this one run. It was be the longest run that you've done at this pace ever. And so for the first 2 weeks, they just let you stew with this fear that you were going to, not make the grade and have to go home instead of spend the entire summer running around, traveling places and having fun. And we did a run right before it where nobody felt good and everybody was dogging it. Everybody was just, dying. I was looking at people as we were running going, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because we just felt horrible. And at the end of the run, the guy was like, so you guys think that that was a pretty bad run. All the conditions were optimal. You should have run better. But what you guys don't know is that you ran not the 4 required time miles, but you ran 8. We just didn't tell you what you were doing.
What?
See, it's
And
dishonest.
and it's just like, but it was just.
Physical fitness, it's dishonest.
But there was.
That's like the aerobics ladies. They always go, and 10, 9, 8, and 11, and 7. That's Rosie O'Donnell. It
Well,
about
it's like that guy in the gym too was looking at his friend when they're lifting weights and he's going, "Come on, dude, one more." And then, but it's the same as a director.
I do
who
like
says,
that
"Last
relationship.
take," and-
I talk to a lot of guys who like they have personal trainers, and then they have like these kind of like, they're pretty important relationships. I have one friend who's gay and who I swear to God, and he has a personal trainer, and the guy is straight, and like the trainer's straight, and like, but he's like hot, and he's always like, when you're a trainer, you're servicing you're hitting all these buttons emotionally, you're like saying to this guy everything that a guy would want to hear. If he wanted to be romantically involved with a guy, you're saying you're like the wind beneath that guy's wings. You're going like, you're the best, you're the fucking best, and it's really weird because there's a whole, it's L.A. and so a lot of these trainers are straight and they're actors and they want to work in the industry, and then they're like training.
Push comes to shove.
Like a lot of very powerful gay men getting physically trained by guys that they know are straight, and it's very interesting to just hear about these things. It's
I have a trainer I go to very infrequently, and he's really, really funny. He's a black guy, and he calls me the N-word constantly.
I would pay $1 million for that. Okay, if that can be a part of exercise, I didn't know that was.
I know. And then,
are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, he's like, he keeps calling everybody the N-word. He calls me the N-word the most, and then and
that's why
probably makes you the happiest.
The other day,
wait, this guy's your trainer?
Yeah, his name is, he's great.
Wait, I'm in.
Okay. Oh, you got to do it.
Is he gonna just
He's
say
hilarious.
that over? I'm lifting and says, "Come on!" And he calls
says,
me that.
He also recommends that you come to work out a little high. He wants you it's like smoke a little bit of weed before you
and a little late because he wants all the stereotypes. He's like he wants to like lean into him.
Okay, so now you're going too far.
All right,
but
all right,
but
okay.
When it's leg day, I have
dots.
little skinny chicken legs, and so we do legs, and I can't walk. We do a dance called the wonky honky, and we do the wonky honky leg day dance.
What?
Well, see, I don't want the whole like, oh, come on, white boy, you're pretty good for a white boy.
No.
I want to be called.
He calls you nigger the whole time.
You don't have to say it.
It's hilarious.
It was with an A, right? It was with
Nigger.
an A, right?
But I want to be. I want to like. I want to like.
I'm hoping. I was
like DMX. I want DMX to yell it at me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like
Do it number one.
Yeah.
Do it number two. Do it number three. Good.
That would be amazing. Because it wouldn't feel fraudulent. It would feel like empowerment to me.
I know.
Because he'd be like, "Fuck."
Also, like
you're fucking do it.
As much as we're laughing because he's so. I've known this guy forever. We're good friends. He's fucking hilarious. Also, you will want to barf in the middle of it because it's like really hard going. But like he keeps it fun and buoyant, and it's always different. It's very good stuff.
Oh man. I mean, I'm picturing him as DMX. I don't know. It's just like that's just the idea of the validation that you would be because it would be like, come on, you fucking yeah. You, yeah.
One of the we're at a new gym now because he moved to a different gym. So the first time I went there. There's this other trainer who looks like Cypress Hill, like he's like an Irish guy with a big red beard, and and he walks up and he walks to Phil. He goes, "Phil, stop looking at the white women." As a joke, and he goes, "Oh man, you guys are all racist." That's something you've been calling everybody the N-word the entire time. It's everybody's just hurling fake racism at each other the whole time. It's really good.
I just want the N-word. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this stuff. I don't want to be a party to anything. I want to be called that word sincerely. Like
oh, he's your man. He's
it's
your
like,
man.
Like remember Rob? Like remember when we were kids in Milwaukee? Rob's been bald since the 70s. 19. And before Bruce Willis was in Pulp Fiction, it was like not. It was and before Patrick Stewart was the captain of the Enterprise, it was like And when Rob was 22, it was like there wasn't a lot of pride involved in Milwaukee with the losing of the hair. I was friends with him when he was going through like a weird phase where it was hitting critical mass, and he was like. He had a girlfriend who like kind of made it clear that wouldn't be maybe a bad idea for him to go get a toupee, and like he went through the whole motion of that, but he can talk about that in a second. But the thing that I remember you being so excited about, because there was that day, I think it was like when Pulp Fiction was came out, because it's like all of a sudden like. Balding men in cinema just started like
fucking hot.
Instead of like
so hot,
it went from Hudson Hawk where it was like CG hair, and then it was like Pulp Fiction where if you had the fucking like receding hair, you just fucking shave it off. Like why? I was like, what's more virile than that? Yeah. And so all of a sudden, and then like Rob got all excited and like came in. I can't remember where we were, but you were like, I was driving down Farwell, and it was I was at a stoplight. And this big like scary looking black guy like muscles and like it was fucking, he looked like not a guy that would like hang out with me, and he's like yelling something at the car, and I'm like, oh god, now what? And I rolled down the window. It's like what are you yelling at me? And the guy said, I'm with you, brother, because he had shaved his head too.
That's awesome.
And he ran in sharing the story, because it's like It's a visceral thing.
Yeah.
Attached to every of a little ugly, terrible, like racist thing is all this, and to tie it all into porn. Look how fucking unracistly racist porn is. Like that's so crazy that like in an industry that's just like has no tact, no accountability, nothing at all, you would expect it to be a fetid wasteland of fucking horrible racist shit. The internet in general is, you can go to websites that are just like, oh, these are horrible charts, and here's a presidential candidate just retweeting them. But porn itself is just like, yeah, put that big black dick, and here's a big. But it's like, it's not like it doesn't treats race as if it's like hair color or height or like it's like, oh, what are you into, you know? And so it's like it's all equivalent.
Who's yelling? Yeah, put that big black dick
I don't,
in the room. Is there like an announcer?
Probably Nick Manning. Big black dick. No, I was trying to think of an example. Because I'm always like, I always feel like as a child of the '70s, whenever I see like interracial this or anything like that, I always like brace myself for something that's gonna like make me uncomfortable. like even in the privacy of my own bed, like with my laptop open, I'm like still going like, don't make this awkward for me. But 9 times out of 10, it's simply just a celebration of like whatever. It's like people go to dark places when they're. Well, that's a pun. Didn't
have to be. Didn't have to be.
People are just like fulfilling themselves, and it's there's a line past like things that are like absolutely inappropriate, that are like shielding terrible, hateful feelings that you're being dishonest about. And then you go to these crevices where people go to like just pleasure themselves, these public toilets that we consider so non-sacred. But it's remarkable to me and notable to me that you don't see like a lot of what you would qualify as racism in these ridiculous circuses. Although you see acknowledgement of race. Well, okay. So counterpoint.
First of all, that stuff doesn't actually, it's not real, so it's in there. So you have people who are actively racist indulging their sort of isolated fantasies and that stuff. I mean, it's that the fact that this categories exist because
what do you mean? Like, well, let's be really specific though, because like wouldn't you expect to see like, I don't know. Well, now I'm gonna. If I riff an example, I'm just gonna like fucking like.
But you hit all the notes. There's Brazzers, which is basically just
world famous.
But it's a thing. It's a touchdown. It's a comedic touchdown. Because it literally is just sanctioned violence against whoever is whether it's women. Usually it's women. If it's black women, then it's black women. Then you double by a power of 2 the amount of horseshit that you're like putting into this narrative that is porn, and it's because there's a tacit agreement that because you're clicking into it and you're doing it or you're watching it or you've bought it or it's being shown somewhere and you're watching it in a community of people, that's okay. So okay, that exists. On the outside of it, if you look at it and do an inventory of what's going on, it's horrifying, and it's the stuff that contributes often to.
Well, what's horrifying? I want to get more specific. Like you can we just like trade like things that are like, you know what, this is part of the problem, not part of the solution. This is ridiculous, but not actually causing any part of the problem. And then, is there something that's like actively maybe making the world a better place while still being porn, which would be a new category of porn in any respect? I mean, everything is like, first of all, inherently misogynist.
Yeah, I just don't think that to isolate it as Disneyland Paris, where this kind of stuff happens, where things are a little bit cracked, but lovely things happen, you know.
Right. Wait. No.
Which is what I thought.
No, I think
like
you might have
doing.
misunderstood me.
Okay.
I'm saying like in a world where Donald Trump is like pulling fucking charts that are about. There's a difference between genuine racism and then this just dumb. 90 IQ playfulness of like, if you're like we keep thinking that like first of all, like ignorance does lead to hatred, because if you're ignorant you can be like revved up by people who are willing to take advantage of you. The people who aren't actively invested in your hatred are, for instance, pornographers. They're invested in your animalistic, like, release. Yeah. And your indulgence of like crazy taboo fantasies. So I think it's very notable psychologically that in politics you will hear more genuinely problematically racist things put forward in ways that actually last and lead to policies and things like that. When if you were to go into the porn world where supposedly everyone's a fucking idiot and therefore they should be the most racist people in the world, but no, because they're not incentivized by hatred, they may be totally inappropriate. They're not the most stylistically like savvy people in the world. So you have just people going like, "Hey, click here if you want to watch a white woman take 2 giant big black cocks," because you know how black those fucking big cocks are. Like it's not like. It's if you're
like all of these. I mean, the only difference between like that example and the other example is that those guys at the end of their end game is policy, public policy, legislation, and porn people aren't really their end game isn't that.
I don't know what they're doing either.
But
I'm fucking locked into you.
All of these words, but there were all
and
of
your
these,
big black mind.
They were. Oh, hey.
Take it, Dan.
It's fucking stretching my little white racist hole out.
You'd be shocked what you're capable of. But these are all sort of microcosms, and each one of those has at its core a resonator, and that resonator hits all of these points. So all the things you're saying that politicians are doing, that Trump is doing, also exist and are in play in the world of porn. So yes, some of these things, in their abstracted way, draw people who are going to see this and somehow their world is going to open a little bit or whatever. But again, within that whole idea that of ignorance, there is selective. There is this ignorance where somebody is ignorant and they are not in control of the fact that they don't know anything, they don't know it. So that's that.
They're not.
Then there is this sort of selected ignorance where people choose to stay ignorant because they know that outside of that fence, more information comes that may change the way they are or that shakes them from their sort of their pedestal. And a lot of what you see in porn is that. It's just fence building to keep people in a world that allows them to do whatever. And you know, it's a zero-sum game in the sense that if that person never ventures out of their house, then we don't know what ill will they're harboring. But some of those people, in some factor, in a 1 to 10 sample, some of those people do enter out. And in that sample, there are some people who do things that are not great. And of that, some of those things become public. And then we on the outside look at those people and go, well, how do we get to this? How do we come to this place? How did this person get here? So I think that all of it's in play in all of these. Even in music, it's the same stuff. And
right.
We can have the same kinds of debates.
Well, so I think
about
what you're
people
saying
using
is
the N-word in rap and people who, you know, with that or
in
or
all manners
rock,
of entertainment,
or,
we have always used that to express like from the time when it was like, okay, it's Rob, don't you fucking move. Oh, he's putting his phone away. Okay, I thought he was leaving again.
Put my phone away.
Well, because entertainment is visceral, and it's like if you take racism into the world of media, you're probably not going to get disabused of it within media. That's what we tend to do wrong, and then we applaud things that we go like, you know what, this is so good it might like a Norman Lear sitcom or something like that. You go like, this is so good that you could come into it racist and leave possibly somehow having been tricked into your mind opening a little bit. I'm not when we're holding the yardstick of whether or not it's doing good or bad, or that it's like a. I think we're probably on the same page and looking at the thing that I'm saying is sort of remarkable is just that it's like, okay, so compare it to religion. Like, why would there be more racism more prevalent in religion? And I know what you're talking about is when you if racism is the fences that you're talking about. So any place where you're conscious of race, then you're not helping, right?
But that's racism. That's sexism. That's bias of learn chosen bias, I would say, selected bias. People who are knowingly.
So, like in all porn, you're always watching a woman get fucked by a guy. Not in all porn.
Sometimes a Scooby Doo.
Is that what I mean?
I'm saying like for women have been dealing with this forever. Like it's like pornography tends to involve it's a difficult highway cone set to navigate taking your feminism into pornography. There's a lot of dumb people making a lot of stuff and etc.
That's one of the outer edges of how you define it, and the people who have a sense of pushing borders of sexuality and how it's accepted are the ones who are trying to who have always tried to sort of make it a thing, so that you leave it as a choice for the other person to decide what it is they want to be comfortable with. But you also try to take things that people are uncomfortable with and make them understand that there are other sensibilities out there. But it gets, like all things, it gets corrupted, and it gets changed by the moneymakers. I mean, you look at the things that are, for example, and I don't know if this will make any sense, but there was a time when Walmart or a chain of some sort selected to remove any Rush album with the Starman symbol on it because he was nude and that was perceived to be sexual, and trying to force Polygram or Mercury to take that symbol off of the Rush album covers.
Are you sure it just wasn't because Rush sucks?
All right, let's not get distracted. All right. Well. Let me. I think
after the show, DeMarch. After the show.
Every time we have a conversation of any gravity, I perceive myself as just dragging you back into pettiness. But I thought of another example, which is that on Twitter we have a African American president who I noted at one point, like, he can't tweet, his team can't tweet, healthcare is good, going good, gotta keep that Guantanamo going, everybody, I'm the president. He makes a tweet. If you look through the replies, invariably, at least one use of the N-word.
And Flotus's Twitter is worse.
Well, let me just finish my little thing. So isn't it a little crazy that if you go to Pornhub Premium, now available for gift prices,
but for how long?
And they do have like porn sites have comment sections, and they have titles, and they have editors, and they have directors, and they have writers, and they have actors. That seething hatred.
Maybe it's because, like, if you're looking at porn, you're usually doing it by yourself in the privacy of your own home, and there's no agenda to it.
Maybe it's because when you're looking at porn, you already feel like you're doing something wrong. Therefore, you're actually in an honest zone. So you've actually compartmentalized yourself, and it's like the ambition to be a good person may be like hugely responsible, like for so many things that we do wrong to each other.
I also think with the president's site, a lot of that stuff you leave up because you want the world to see sort of what is out there. You don't want to pretend.
So, DeMarge, I don't follow her, but you're saying that Flotus that she.
It's not just her because Roseanne Barr gets annihilated with things.
I think we're straight for the point, though. I don't think porn sites cull their comment sections for racism.
I'm just saying I hadn't thought about the fact that Ms. Obama is getting nailed every time she opens her mouth on Twitter, of course.
About anything, and some of it's and much of it isn't racist. It's just weird sexist stuff.
It's terrible, awful. Kind of stuff. If it was possible to,
but you leave it up. I mean, you look at when Obama was first elected president, there's a song called, I forget what it's called. It's a country song by
Hank Williams Jr.
No, sir.
It's a good guess.
It's called I think it's called the Monkey President or something like that came out. Now, here's the trick.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Let him finish.
It's a legit country song. It's not Roy Acuff. It's somebody like I don't want to attach any names to this, but it's somebody. It's
Toby Keith. Is it Toby Keith?
No. You're way. This is old school. This is in the Highwayman era. But when you look at the song, and people were great. People were just throwing the song out there, posting it everywhere, et cetera, and people were appalled. In this day and time, people would write a song like this, et cetera. The song is from 1975 or 1906, it turns out, and it was written about Jimmy Carter. But you have people who are so anxious to do something, and they go, remember that song from a long time ago? And then they pull it out, digitize it, send it out, and just start this chain that goes on, because that's what's out there. And
they love it.
You know, you go into that wormhole and you see it, and there was a time on MySpace where I stumbled onto a Klan site. Like a guy's page, it just was in the Klan, that was it. And the graphic design, when I went through his friends, it occurred to me suddenly that the Klan have their own sort of people who are just their friends who market their graphic design skills out to them, and they are Klan specific. Just glittering stars and horses with hoods, just these GIFs or whatever, just riding around the back of your bio,
racist horses
running in the background. I mean, this stuff exists out there. And what do? You don't wipe it away. One of the benefits of the world that we live in now is that we do see all this, so that it's not just whispered about and it's not just shadows sort of drifting around the corners.
Do you feel that's a good thing? I mean,
it's a thing, and
there's
enough stuff going.
It could be seen. It could be seen.
Yeah, and I think that there's enough stuff going on in the world right now.
Do you think that
we don't have time to be?
The Rule 34 thing. Do you think that there's any porn where it's guys dressed up as KKKs fucking Scooby Doo's?
Well,
for real?
Well, I was going to say,
if not now, there will be tomorrow.
There is not a dearth of KKK. I've stumbled onto KKK sites. I've stumbled onto like cartoons of like terrible. Fair enough.
Might as well stay here.
And I do, because I'm like, holy fuck. I don't stumble into what I would call racist porn. I stumble into what I would call constantly I guess what maybe you and I would agree is like what do you call it? A perpetuation of fences in porn. I mean, like the idea if you
opening doors.
If you want to know that black guys have huge dicks and all this stuff, like you're not going to be. There's not a lot of activity going on in porn that's designed to like blow, like sophisticate you. But what you don't see is like videos where it's like. Where people are being dehumanized actively in the narrative, except the women.
I'm sorry. What?
Where I don't see like white guys saying to black guys in porns like hey, you're not a human being, so you should fuck this person. Like it's not. I don't see like racist shit. I see consciousness of race and horrible affirmation of off the top stereotypes. Because they're not bright people.
I got to get Pornhub Premium then.
What are you watching? Can you at least just tell me a piece of porn that you watched that was like?
I just know like let's say
where you're like, this is fucked up. I'm walking away from this fucking like this is I'm.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't.
I think the big thing is generally like the abuse of the women, and it's like
Jeff, please put a sock in it. I asked him a question.
I was saying like I don't think like, what you're saying is like if you want to go onto a site and watch little.
I think if you look, I think if you look hard enough, you'll find it.
Did you look hard enough?
No.
Okay.
It just showed up.
All right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
What did you see? It just showed up. What did you see that just showed up?
Everything you just described.
What?
Just words, weird, shaming. Yeah,
you actually saw like so like actual status like where they're low status, like where the black protagonist is low status.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's right there. It's there. It's even there. If you're looking at something else and it's linked to porn related stuff, it's in the advertising on the side because that world is full of people who in that zone. It's catch as catch can. If you don't want to see it, you're not going to hit click and go through that door. If you want to see it, you'll go through the door. Whatever your intentions are, if you're curious and you just want to do field recordings in your mind of what's out there, you'll go through there. If that's what you need, then you'll go through there. Like
right.
Whatever that stuff is. I mean that.
Probably a majority of it is it's an extension of the misogyny because it's the gangbang like kind of like this woman it's like where the. It's like, the black guys are going to come in and like like they're being
to be honest with you,
characterized as a force of nature rather than
feel like
characters.
there's a lot of stuff, and it's in a normal world. Let's say you work in human resources, and there's 4 or 5 people in the cubicle section with you, and you hate Frank, and you have some problems with Lori, and this, that, and the other. But right now, we are living in a world where you are constantly reminded that those things are misguided, malintended. You really can't do that in the real world. It wasn't too long ago that you could print out a list of the 10 most sexist jokes you could think of, 10 most racist things you could think of, and pass it around, and the people that were with you would do it. You can't do that shit anymore.
Right.
You can't do that shit, or you've got to go dark web about it, and then if you get found out, you're fired, and you can't. But you can, and every once in a while you see this happens. Now you can't, and those people are constantly reminded that they've got to either adjust, open up their world, and figure out a way to be, or they've got to calcify themselves and harden, ossify, and tighten up. And what they're banking on often in these sites, I think, is that you gotta go somewhere. You gotta put yourself someplace. So they're saying here's a room and here's a jar. Squeeze in whatever.
So that was a very compelling argument that I finally registered in my head.
Yeah, I do think that that's what it is. It's you were right.
You're saying that's enabling. I think what I heard you just say is that there's actually hope for the future in terms of that. Like that as progress happens, there's restraint happening, and actually these crevices that you can go down and explore deep darkness, that those are actually just enabling like something that maybe
I wonder if we
should cut off.
Yeah, I do wonder if the market model hasn't changed to that now, where it's just sort of these things that trust me, it's the holidays. You guys, many of you are going to go home, and you're going to have people sitting at the table who are going to say something, and the whole table's going to stop and look, and they're like, "What? Y'all didn't care about that 3 years ago." But those people, imagine being that person, and every single day, television, elsewhere, everything, commercials, are reminding you that where you thought you had planted yourself in life is where you're going to stay. And not only are you behind the curve, but you've been behind for a long time. It just didn't get loud enough until now for you to see it. So the amount of catch-up work you're going to have to do is that mountain is steep. And you've either got to run hard and run fast and run long, or run slowly and probably not live to see your sort of comeuppance. But it can be an exhausting proposition. So what do? You live day to day to day, and under the weight of that thing. And I mean, if you read like Rick Bass or the authors, the modern American authors right now who are writing, who have replaced the Mailers and the Updikes and the Carvers, these are the pressures that they are writing about right now. The protagonists, the Carver protagonists, back then, often what they were dealing with was marriage and relationships and modern relationships and the things that we've been taught, and how those things don't necessarily apply because the world around us is changing. And so how do suburban dreams continue to exist? How do we keep that framework up when everything around us is changing? So that kind of stuff. What's changing now, I think, is affecting people individually who come from that world, because they now have to get out of that neighborhood, and they have to deal with a whole other set of principles. And that tension in those people, that coiled tension, if you offer a release to somebody and say nobody can see it because it's happening in a world that is gridless, basically. Mm-hmm.
You think that's you're saying that's that's like the Ring of Power. That's like giving a piece of heroin to. That's like You're saying
I think that there's a lot of that sort of Pavlovian incentivized stuff going on, and people are and
I'm having a totally different experience that is absolutely probably equally valid. I would even probably go so far as a self-loathing person to say your point of view is way more valid. But I'm having the exact opposite experience right now, because I just got divorced, which means that I lived in a world like for years where everything was about the obligations that I had to everybody around me, and of course middle-aged men, they get divorced, and then they get the tattoo and the Tesla, and they start saying inappropriate things to their younger coworkers, and they just turn into like douchey cavemen. And I think part of that is that it's like this pendulum that swings back and forth between reality and fantasy. And I think that in a world where like we all have like USB slots in our foreheads at this point. Like I think one of our biggest issues that we're contending with that we haven't actually labeled is the division between fantasy and reality, because we are such a successful empire. And one of the things that we've successfully done so much is created like these dreams that we dream together that we don't even really, all we do is go to work and pull levers, and then it's like we watch 6 hours of TV a day. So it's like we don't actually, it's like actually a big deal if someone on TV like makes us think a certain thing or represents a certain demographic as a thing. It's like we look at that as the same as a senator voting wrong, and we get very upset. And like I think one of the big crucial issues is we have so little respect for ourselves that we can't actively go, here's reality, and here's actually like, here's my biochemistry. Here's like my fucked upness, which is, this sewer where I like watch dinosaurs chase motorcycles. But we won't do it because then the guy on the motorcycle goes, by the way, I'm running for president next week. And we're like, oh, really? Yeah, that makes sense. Of course you would. You outran a dinosaur. And if the dinosaur says, like, you should buy Panasonic, but Panasonic turns out to make landmines, we're like, oh, I'm going to boycott your company. Like, we have no division. Like, because we sit around and just watch. We were the third act of Wall-E. Like, we just sit and watch shit. Like, that shit actually, ironically, is toxically infected with reality. Because right now what I'm experiencing as a douchey, middle-aged divorcee is, like, indulgence in fantasy, and it's making me a happier person in my day-to-day life. Because I'm actually actively able to, like, I go, ugh, and I come, and then I go, time to go to work. That was dark. And then I'm like, something got...
Jinkies!
Something...
Zoinks!
I feel like something got... Now, in my mind, my view is something got released, and what your view is, which is equally valid, as I said, if not more, is that maybe something got along the way, depending on what you're indulging. Maybe there's seeds getting planted. There's things being affirmed or perpetuated.
I just think that people are different. I think that on the other end of that, the moneymaker end of it, the reason somebody, I mean, you have no idea. The guys programming these sites people programming these sites might be the most liberal, most understanding people in the world. But from a money-making end of it, they understand that, that's the goose. So that's the golden goose, and so they're just going to keep, they just keep finding ways to maximize that potential. And you can see what you were talking about. In this run of GOP debates, from the first one up to the last one this past week, there's no reason any of these debates said anything that anybody needs to think anything about. There's no reason any of these polls say anything that anybody really needs to think anything about. What's going to happen is in January, we're going to wipe all that. Anybody who knows anything is going to wipe all that shit out. Iowa's going to happen. I believe New Hampshire still is going to happen next, and so and that's a caucus, I think. And so, what's going to happen is that whole paradigm is going to fall away. And if you ask the question, well, why the hell do we spend so much time on it? Well, there are so many cottage industries that are connected to the idea of broadcasting that, making graphics for it, making that sort of Mad Max Fury Road flaming guitar theme music for it.
God,
that scares the shit out of us. And all that other stuff.
I don't know. That Ted Cruz guy, he's got the goods.
But wait, when they like in January, when we start having our first debates, that's when it actually really counts. That's when it really cares, when it matters. And from that point on, you can calibrate. In the past, that's the way it's been. But it's interesting how many more debates there are in the lead up to this, given this particular situation, and to watch this happen and watch how many people are talking about it, how many headlines are posted about it, how many are in gigantic bold, like just as if this is the Lindbergh baby resolution, and it's none of this shit is real. And it's
you've given us the perfect segue into our regular segment, Rob Schrab's Politics Corner. Yeah. Sorry, I dug my hand in there, but
you know what I hate?
What do you hate, Rob?
Christmas greed. This game that you ever go to like a like a family thing or like a work thing. It's called like the White Elephant game.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah.
That's a stupid game. Stupid. Everybody's like, I don't know. Oh God, I don't like it.
That was Rob Schraub's Politics Corner.
Rob,
that was a good one too.
I gotta say, I didn't think you could top your last Politics Corner. That one, it was trenchant, it was biting, it was incisive.
How do you feel about Ted Cruz's shenanigans?
The skateboard guy?
Yeah. I don't know anything. I don't know. I couldn't. If Ted Cruz was standing in front of me, I wouldn't know. I've never seen the man. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know if it's a guy.
He was in Mission Impossible 5.
Was he?
God damn it!
Oh shit! Sorry.
It's for the seat. It's not.
Sorry. I've disgraced the seat.
All right. How do we wrap up a show with no Spencer?
I'll just yell cliffhanger, and then I'll play this.
Yeah, come on.
Do you want to? Are we doing a show next Sunday, or do we have a show? Are we going to be gone?
No show next week. Wait.
Yes, you'll be in New York.
I'll be in New York next week, so there's no show. But also,
what are you doing in New York?
January 3rd, there was going to be a show. It's my birthday.
That's your birthday.
And I'll still be in New York. So
have fun.
Yeah, sorry. So this is our last show of 2015. Oh, we should do one of our end of the year recaps.
All right. Rob, you want to take us through the year in Harmontown? What do you think? What's different from where we started?
I don't know. I wasn't here beginning of the year.
Well, just make it up.
Make it up.
DeMarge, what do you think? Has Harmontown,
I guess we're done with me.
Has Harmontown grown in any way, or changed, or have we devolved?
Yes.
Cliffhanger! Let's thank Fred Olive, everybody, for coming up. Fred, go check out his band, Super Being. Where? Bar Mila? Cafe Mila? What the hell was it called? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, the music I'm playing right now is our good friend Derek Carter, who gave us this song, and he's fantastic, so check him out online. Rob Schraub, DeMarge Brown, I'm Jeff Davis. Thanks Zach McKeever, Chris Boroff, Dustin Marshall, everybody here at Meltdown Comics. Your mayor, of course, is Mr. Dan Harmon, everybody.
I want to give a shout out for William Matsuta.
Spend the rest of the year noticing that pornography is ironically less racist than politics and religion. That's all I ask.
Rest in peace, William Matsuka.
Try fast, take chances, everybody. We love you.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.